We are live with today's webinar about a really interesting product called Linkjoy. And guys, if you aren't aware of Linkjoy, I mean, where have you been? Linkjoy is available for free on PitchGround. That's $0 lifetime deal. You can literally go to pitchground.com/product/Linkjoy and grab it right now. I'm not joking. And in this webinar, I'm going to show you the real power of this tool by inviting the founder himself, who's going to walk you through how powerful this tool is and what all things that this tool can do. Now, I'm a social media manager and I know the pain of showing ROI from social media. Trust me, organic social media is tough, especially when you're not tracking your links, when you're not tracking your sales. I mean, what good are those followers when you can't earn money from them, right? And that's why we have gotten Linkjoy, which is a spectacular tool. You're gonna know everything about Linkjoy in this webinar right now. So let's wait for people to join in while we do a 30-second free roll. That's right, 54321, and we are back with Linkjoy. And let me introduce you to the founder and chief executive at Linkjoy, Yash. Hi, Yash. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic, Meenang. How are you?
I'm fantastic this side as well, and hope you're keeping safe during these COVID times.
Oh, yeah,
And
absolutely.
yeah, and I'm super excited by doing this webinar with you. We launched you like with ClientJoy last year as
Yes,
Griddle,
yes.
and that time I couldn't interact with you much. But doing this webinar again, it's so happy to be associated with you back. You
Same way. It's been a year, and life's come full circle. It seems.
know, absolutely, absolutely. And
Yeah.
I'll tell you a fun fact. I was, almost about to buy a tool similar to you.
Uh-huh.
And then Oscar suddenly announced Linkjoy is coming on Pitchground. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
nice. And then he announced it. It's free. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my goodness. I was about to
Yeah.
spend $70 on a tool similar like this, and
Uh-huh.
you're giving it for free, and this is
Yes.
amazing.
Yeah, yeah, awesome, and thank you, and so we've been receiving. So it's been about 15 days since we've come on the platform, and we've been receiving immense amount of feedback, and the team is working super hard on building new things, building new features, and helping people get much more ROI out of the links that they generate. And so what I'm going to show you today is essentially broken down into three parts, and as and when we go forward, the level of the things that you can do, and the hacks that you can actually implement is essentially going to go up and up and up. And so super excited to be here.
And I can't wait for that because after this webinar, you give me 24 hours and you'll notice PitchGround account using Linkjoy. You'll notice my personal account using Linkjoy. We'll
Yeah,
be sharing all the results that we get from Linkjoy. And I can't wait to make those mobile landing pages, with
yeah,
Linkjoy.
it's going to be super. It's going to be super.
Truly, truly. So why don't you share your screen and let's get into the webinar?
All right, just give me one sec.
Sure.
Let me just let me know when you can see my screen. Are you able to see my screen now?
For sure, for sure. Now, before you share your screen, we have users
Uh-huh.
that are joining in, and I would like to tell them that Linkjoy is totally free from
Yeah,
PitchGround, and I'm going to share my screen and quickly, take them through the LTD screen. Let me know when you can
yeah.
see my screen. I guess you can.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
PitchGrounders, this is the product. I'm going to be sharing the link in the comment section. You can check it out. If you haven't grabbed it already, I don't know what you're doing. I'm when the first person that jumps on freebies whenever I see them. I think it's just a mentality, my mentality. I can't say anything about that. But this freebie is going to guarantee you increased revenue, increased ROI for your social media marketing efforts. And today we're going to show you exactly how you can do that. Yes, we don't have any other plan. As you can see on the page, it's just $0. You just go click on buy now and get one code for yourself. What are you waiting for?
Yeah.
I can't wait to see a Linkjoy code in your Instagram. Share it on the Pitchground Facebook group. Tell us how you're using Linkjoy. Show us your landing pages. We would love to see them. And perfect. I have removed my screen and I'll be sharing your screen, Yash. Perfect.
Okay. Awesome. You're able to see my screen, right?
Perfect. Yes.
Okay, awesome. So I'm on Linkjoy website. So before I start with the demo and everything, I just like to cover a couple of quick things, right? So who is Linkjoy really for? So one of the things that happens is that whenever you have your own social media profile, you may have thousands of followers on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter, or if you're an agency, your customers may have those followers on those social media profiles. And every time whenever we see any report, we'll essentially talk about engagements in terms of likes and comments and so on and so forth. And we don't realize that those things are vanity metrics, right? They're not actually giving you any revenue. The only thing that can get you revenue is to get those followers out of that social media platform and then on to wherever it is that you want them to perform any action, right? And so essentially, the first part of the Linkjoy the platform that I'm going to show to you is link in bio, which will help you do that. So if you're big on Instagram, you may already know that Instagram only allows you to have just one link, and that link is only available in bio. So now so basically if you are let's say an online store, or if you're a publishing platform like a news agency of sorts, or let's say if you are putting in all the content for webinars and stuff like that, all of your Instagram posts need to have a link which will take your users to wherever it is that you want them to go, right? Even in cases if you are managing events or whatever the case may be. And Instagram does not let you do that because there's only one link that you can have in your bio. And so every post that you see on Instagram, it essentially will say, hey, one link in the bio, just go to the bio, just link in the bio, and that at a point of time can only have one link. And so here's a way essentially with which you can convert each and every post that you have on Instagram essentially as if it were containing one link, right? So let me show how that works. So we are in Linkjoy. You go to link in bio, you create a campaign link, right? So campaign, this is just for internal reference. And so let's say, so let me do that for our other product, which is Clientjoy, right? So I'll say, okay, Clientjoy Instagram is the name of our campaign, and we'll just give it as a link as Clientjoy underscore Insta, right? So this is what will become the link that you put in your bio at a later point of time. And so you click on get started, right? So once you click on get started, you land on a page which essentially has created that particular campaign. Now what you want to do is firstly you want to bring all of your Instagram posts over here. So just so our Instagram account is with the username Clientjoy Social. So when I click on that and I click on bring my posts, it'll essentially bring all the posts that I have on Instagram under Clientjoy Social over here. So let's just wait for that to happen, and then we'll take it forward from there. Let me just clear out this message as well. And so while it is getting all the posts from Clientjoy over here, we also want to make sure that the page that we create out of your Instagram, it essentially has it looks and feels like the page that you have already created previously, right? So for that reason, we've got, while this comes on, you can essentially create your own profile. So let me upload a quick photo of the Clientjoy logo. So one sec.
I can totally see the use case, with every single post you're trying to promote something else. And if a user lands and tries to see your previous posts, it's like
Yeah.
the link is no longer there.
Yeah, it's a very big issue, right? With anything and everything that you've done previously, and multiple things. If you want to add, it's just not possible. So over here, you just add client joy. That's the name. The button is, let's say, for us it's visit site. The button link is clientjoy.io. Brand description, if you want to add, we help agencies grow, fulfill, and earn. I just save that. Layout, and I'll get into integrations and layout bit as well. So as you can see, all the posts from Client Joy are here. Now what I want to do is I want to so this is one of the reviews that we've received. This is just another code that we've shared. Now this is an webinar that we had done with Senthil, right, on sending monthly reports. So I want this particular post to carry a link, right? So like I just do the first 5 posts. I just add random links for now. So let's say this is the post that I want to add. So this is the link that I want to add. So, oh, okay. I've just added a space over here, I think. Yeah. So I've added my first link. Just to make this process quicker, I'll just add demo links going forward. So let's say I just add, let me just copy these links and I'll just apply it to all the first 5 or 6 posts, right? So basically, so assume that, let's say, if you're a so assume that if you're a seller, and who has an online store on something like a Shopify or whatever, and you posted about all the products that you have, and then each of these posts can carry the unique URL of all the items that you actually carry, right? Or for the collections that you have, and stuff like that. So let's say, so I'll leave it at the first 6 posts. And so now I have my profile as well that has been created over here. And layout is something that we are working on. And so you can have multiple layouts. However, we recommend to have the basic Instagram layout as well. And integration. So this is where it becomes super. So you also want to track how many people have done, how many people have clicked on it, how many people have seen how many posts of yours. And so you can basically use this. You can add Google Analytics or Tag Manager, Facebook Pixel, or just custom code, right? So just write the name, paste the code over here. And so you can also add your support chat. You can also add whatever it is that you'd like to have it open on the page that is your link in bio, right? So now that I have my feed all ready, this is my link. It's already created. So I just copy this link and I'll open it up in a new tab. And so now what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to go to your Instagram account and then just post it in the bio of your Instagram account. And so every time that someone will click on your Instagram, and all of this is mobile responsive, right? So I'm currently showing it to you on the web, and but all of this is mobile responsive. So imagine a user or a follower of yours who's on your profile and then clicks on the link, and it essentially opens a replica of your Instagram account with all the posts. Now the only difference being that each and every post that he's seeing over here carries a unique URL. So I can click over here and it takes me to a particular blog of ours, and the user can click over here. Since this is for demo purposes, I've just added a URL of clientjoy.io. This page can also carry a support chat icon. It can also carry your forms. It can carry essentially Google Analytics, Facebook Pixel, whatever it is that you want to track. You'd be able to track that over here, and that's really what I'm talking about, right? So instead of getting likes and comments on the posts, you actually want them. So I actually want them to go to a particular blog that we've written and then subscribe to our blog instead of liking this post on Instagram. And that's essentially what Linkjoy link in bio helps you achieve, right? And along with that, obviously measuring all the metrics and everything that comes in between. So Meenak, were you able to follow this? Do you have any questions on link in bio aspect of Linkjoy at this point of time?
Not at all. And I've been using it on mobile, and it looks exactly like the Instagram, feed.
Yeah, 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 it looks exactly like the Instagram feed. And so on the phone, and so there's a super use case for people who running online stores like e-commerce stores, and people who are doing online virtual events, or people who are doing, or who are just entrepreneurs, right? Even agencies who have these kind of customers, for them also this is a godsend, right? Because now each and every post is a link in and of itself. Now
Because
the next,
we
yeah.
remembered, we were making different posts every single day to promote different
Uh-huh.
lifetime deals, especially during Black Friday, etc. What happened was, uh, every post we make, we used to go and change the link in the bio, change the link in the bio, change the link in the bio.
Yeah.
It was hectic.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, and the
Linkjoy
post that
totally
you
solved
made.
it all.
Absolutely. And the link that you added in the bio like 2 days ago of another product, or let's say a week ago of another product, is now no more there, right? So just because
True.
one of your followers did not check PitchGround account or PitchGround post for 2-3 days, they may have lost a deal, right? It's much better for them to just come on a particular link, and then open it up, and then go to whichever product that they want. So this essentially it converts the Instagram account of PitchGround into essentially a list of all the deals that you guys carry.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and so I want to also, so the next that I want to spend some amount of time on the dashboard as well. So as you can see on the dashboard, you'll get some basic amount of analytics, which are like native analytics. So this is for the link in bio, the one that we just recently created. And so this is Meenang checking it out on mobile. This is me checking it out right in front of you. And so we've got URL retargeting, and all of those also is something that we'll see. But what I want to really talk about for 30 seconds is this, right? So this part right over here, which is essentially the footer on the dashboard of your Linkjoy account. This is where we and us and me and you work together. Me and all of our users, we work together because we genuinely believe that us and our users are in partnership. And so let's say if you want to become one of our affiliates, or if you find a bug or an issue in the product, you can just reach out to us. You can join our Facebook community, which is where you'll also discover how other people are using Linkjoy. You can check out what's coming on the product roadmap. You can also request a feature if you don't have that already. And another cool thing is that as you may have seen in link in bio, it opened up on lnkj.in, which is our own domain. But let's say if you have your own domain, and you offer an honest video testimonial, we're also giving away access to custom domain for an honest video testimonial, right? So just fill out the form by clicking over here, and just submit the video testimonial, which is honest, and then just share it with us, and we'd be happy to extend custom domain access to you as well. So all the links that you create, and you'll create a lot of links with Linkjoy, especially as you'll see in curated pages and URL retargeting, all those links can carry your own custom domain instead of our link as well, or our domain as well.
Wow.
So I hope the dashboard part is fairly clear. And so the next thing that I want to show to you is curated pages, right? Now curated pages are basically smart pages that you create and very quickly edit and build, and just for your social. So let's say if you are an entrepreneur or an influencer who carries like 4 or 5 links that are super important for any of your followers to know and see, then instead of using something like a link tree, which is very very restrictive, you can create a curated page with Linkjoy, and I'll show you how. So just click on create curated page. I'll again create a campaign, which is, let's say, client joy page. I'll give it a link, and so let's say that is client joy underscore page. So this is the URL, and to the custom domain that I was talking about, essentially will allow you to change this part of the domain that we are offering in terms of the page as well, right, against an honest review. And so let me just click on get started. So once I click on get started, it creates, it's essentially a micro page builder. It's a very quick and easy way to build a page that can work on your mobile or desktop or iPad, but essentially goes into your social media accounts. So for now, let's assume that I run Zara, right, as an example, which is one of the luxury brands for fashion. And so let me just click on profile photo and title. I'll just upload some logo over here. So let's say I just upload the client joy logo again over here, and let's say my brand title is luxury lifestyle clothes as an example, right? I'm not good at that kind of content writing. And so let's say my button says, buy now, and the link is zara.in. Zara.in. Let me just check once. It's zara.com. So now, what I can also do is I can have a different fixture over here. So let's say I just choose the vertical one because it's looks much more simpler and better. And so that basically takes care of the profile part of my curated page. I'll save it for now, and then what I'll also do is I'll add a couple of subtitle and text as well. And so let me just go over here and find some subtitles and text. Oh, it's difficult. Oh my God. Oh, let me go somewhere else. It's difficult to
Oh,
find any subtitle or text over here. So let me go to pitch ground, right? So I think that might be a
I
better
love it.
way to
Love
go
it.
about
That's
it.
so
Yeah.
good.
So I'll add the first product that comes over here, which is flows, right? So
I love
um,
it. Love this one.
so let me add a subtitle and text. So I just say Flows is coming, and it is a virtual planning and facilitation assistant for our meetings, which is really cool. Oh, I want to save money. Oh. And then this is the basic text that goes along with it. I'll go back. I'll want to add a button in text, and so the button is which is will it'll carry this link. So I just say, the button title is check out flow. The link is this one. And then another cool thing that I can do is I can also add an image with my button, right? So let's say I want to add a particular. So let's say if I'm a store or anything like that, and I want to add. So let's say I'll just add this image for now. So then I can add this one, and then I have different layouts to choose from. So this same button, which is checkout flow, I'll be able to choose amongst different layouts, as you can
Wow.
see, right? So I want it to look like this, or I can also make it look like this, right? And so you can have a card view or whatever view that you may have. For now, I'll not choose an image because that's not how I prefer it, but people may have different preferences. So I just have a very simple and quick button which just says checkout flows. I'll go back, and then I also want to add a social link button, right? So I want to add PitchGround social links. So I know that the page is PitchGround. Instagram's Minank is also PitchGround, right?
Yes, pitch ground.
Yeah.
Twitter, we didn't get pitch ground. It's pitch ground HQ.
Okay. Yeah, I think three is good enough for us to see as of now.
Yes,
And so I've
yes.
added my social links as well, and then I just add one more product. I'll add Linkjoy as a product, right? So I'll just create. So let me create the other one, right? So just one sec. I clicked on the wrong
And I
thing.
can see it update in real time. I can, it shows all the changes, and also it has
Yeah,
mobile and desktop view as well. Wow.
yeah, that's what I'm going to get back in a sec as well. So you'll be able to see how it looks on your desktop, mobile, all of those things as well. So let me just add this button in text, and so I'll just say buy Linkjoy freebie, right? So buy Linkjoy freebie. The button link is going to be Linkjoy. You'll see me changing the screens a lot. I mean, in all the previous demos that I've done, I've never had to like change so many screens. But this is that kind of product, right? Which is where you actually have to like go back and forth in different this thing. So and hence, yeah. So that's essentially the case. So now in this one, let me put up this image, right? And I'll for a change, I'll go in with this version of the card. And so this is how it looks like. Now I can these all of these are elements, right? So I can move them up and down and stuff like that. I can make all of those changes, and then I'll just hit save. And now what I'll do is I'll hit publish. And so once I hit publish, the changes will be available for you to see on this particular URL, right? So let me just hit publish very quickly. And so now it's available on this URL. Now, again, these are micro landing pages, right? So they work really, really well on the phone. However, they are mobile responsive, and so you'll be able to see it on the web as well. And so you are able to see everything that is required over here just in one place. And all the social links are also over here, and this is also a button. This is a different type of a button, and you can just go to directly on PitchGround as well. And these pages are very simple, very quick and easy to create, and give you so much more flexibility than you currently may be enjoying with something like a Linktree, right? And I can also, obviously, over here I can see how it looks on the web. I can see how it looks on tablets and how it looks on the phone. But what's really, really cool is that the same integrations that we had for link in bio are available for curated pages as well. So what I can do now is I can essentially go and add my Facebook pixel. So I'll just go to my resources. I have this is our Facebook pixel. So I just copy it, and it's very, very simple to do, right? I just paste it over here and I'm done. So now my page has a Facebook pixel as well. I'll add another tool. I also want to capture it in our Google Analytics. So I'll add in our Google Analytics code as well. Now, similarly, what you can also do is if you're using something like Intercom, if you're using Talk.to, if you're using any of those tools, you can essentially, click over here, just click on custom and write a name of your custom script, put in the script over here, and then you can choose where do you want to place the code, whether it is in head or in body. And then you'll be able to essentially on this page, you'll be able to have a chat widget, you'll be able to have exit pop-ups, you'll be able to have what have you, right? So you'll be able to have everything that you need. We're also currently working on the appearance aspect, so that you are also able to change stuff like your page background, your button colors, your fonts, and stuff like that. And that this is also something that's coming really, really soon. And again, just to very quickly highlight, if you're using Linkjoy, if you've bought Linkjoy through PitchGround for free, and then if you want to have your own custom domain, instead of having lnkj.in, if you want this to be your own domain, just give us a honest video review, and we'll enable the custom domain access for you as well. And it's again at zero cost. There's no cost that's attached to it as well, right? So that's a bit about curated pages as well. And now to the next one, which is something that is truly growth hacking in the completely like true sense of the word, right? And so Meenak, do you have any questions as of now?
I was just saying how powerful, especially the curated page, is if we are adding scripts like Facebook pixel and all. Especially we can
Yeah.
use it for retargeting and person who has shown interest in that specific product. I mean, it's so powerful.
Uh-huh. Yeah, and so retargeting is something that I'm going to show you now, and this is going to be next level, right? So so let me just show you one of the growth hacks, and then you can make a lot of other things out of it, right? So I tell you what. So one of the things, the reason why we use a URL shortener, the first reason why URL shorteners used to be a thing was that it really took very long and complicated URLs and then made them shorter and easy for people to remember. And so you could write it and like physically write it on your packaging and stuff like that, and people could just go over there and stuff like that, right? So that's why you actually started with URL shorteners, and tools like Bitly and all of them started picking up. However, as it turns out, you can do a lot more with URL shortener. And let me give you a very, very simple use case, right? So what we can do is let's say, so I'll take PitchGround's example, right? So now PitchGround is currently, let's say, running an ad for, let me pick a product, right? Let me pick a product. So now this is not now this is the time where we are going outside of just the demo, and I'm actually going to show you something that's going to be valuable to you, even if you're not going to use Linkjoy for some reason that's not explainable. But let's say for whatever reason, if you're not going to use it, even though then it's going to be still useful for you, right? So let me take example of communication, right? So communication is a suite of products. It's actually one product, but it's suite of a lot of products, and super big platform that the PitchGround team itself has been working on, which is by communication by Little SaaS Inc. And now let's say if communication or Little SaaS wants to start advertising to people who are who really follow or who really want to learn about SaaS, right? Now there are a couple of options that they have. So they may be able to write a long form content and then publish that long form content on their social media. It will take a lot of effort for them to write that long form content and then convert that into different versions of content and put it out on their social media. Or here's what they could do. If they want to follow SaaS, anyone in the SaaS industry knows that you'll follow this guy called Dharmesh Patel, right? Or let's say, let me take an example of Hiten Shah, right? Hiten Shah talks a lot about SaaS, and you want to essentially share his content. And so what the assumption is that if there is an individual who's following Little SaaS or PitchGround on Instagram, and if he's interested in thoughts that are written by Hiten Shah, then he's interested in SaaS. So what you could do is you could take existing content that has been created by a lot of different people who've spent a lot of time in creating that content. So instead of writing your own piece of content, you can take an existing piece of content. You can come into URL retargeting in Linkjoy. You can create a retarget URL. So you can put over here the URL. You can add your slug, which is, let's say, growth in this case, or let's say growth for SaaS. And you can add a tag as well just for internal. So let's say the tag that I create is Hiten. Now you click on save. And so the next thing that you can do is essentially you can fire scripts when anyone comes on this particular URL, right? So what I can do is I can go into integrations. I can add a script over here. I'll just click on add script. I'll put in Facebook pixel. So the Facebook pixel that we have. The Facebook pixel over here. I'll click on save. And so now what this does for me is that every time, now I'll share the URL that I've created, this is the short URL that I have created. Now what this does for me is that any of my followers who click on this link for the content that Hiten has written, it adds an audience into my Facebook pixel or my Facebook ad account, right? So instead of me having to write a lot of piece of content, what I can do is I can take content that already exists by people who have been there, done that, and then I can convert that into my own URL, and I can fire triggers to my ad accounts, whether it is on Google or Facebook or wherever, to build my own custom audiences. And then I can create lookalike audiences. I can expand those audiences, and I can do whatever it is that I want to with those audiences. So this is a great way for your ad platform to learn about people that you want to target by leveraging content that has been written by someone else, right? And so this is truly a growth hack, because it saves so much amount of time for your content writers or for your digital marketing team. Now, obviously, the other thing that you can also do is that you can also create or add your own OG tags and add your own SEO items. So in case if you're going to use this link in a lot of different places, you can basically add, your UTM campaign, your medium, your term, your source, which is the usual stuff that you want to do with something like a URL retargeter or URL shortener. And then you can add all of these things over here as well. You can upload an image, and so it will make sure that whenever this link is shared by anyone on any social media platform, this is how it looks like, right? So these are some of the things that you can do. But what's really exciting about this is that you can actually trigger events to your own analytics and ad accounts for the content that has been written by someone else to your audiences, right? So you don't really have to take that much amount of time and invest that much amount of resources. And so that's another level of retargeting for you.
That is super interesting, especially when you're using others' content, which is not
Yeah,
from yours,
yeah, and so
and you're getting all
you
the
don't
benefits.
have to. Yeah, you're getting a lot of benefits, right? Because you don't have to like figure out what are the content gaps and have come up with title ideas and do all of those things. You can basically just use existing content, create your own URLs, fire triggers to your ad accounts, and then retarget them. So the whole reason why you were writing your own content is now not a necessity, right? So you can basically, this is much faster and more efficient way of leveraging existing content. Internet already has a lot of content, right? And so that's the other thing. And then we've got other sanity features, which is basically like your profile. And so you can go into your profile and you can go into your settings, and then just update your photograph or your name and your password and stuff like that. And then you can, so if you bought the freebie from PitchGround, you can go over here and you can apply the coupon code by clicking over here, right? So just click over here and then apply the code that you have from PitchGround, and it'll upgrade the plan to lifetime access. And so I think that's pretty much it. If there are any questions, I'd love to take up those questions as well. But that's pretty much it in terms of explaining what Linkjoy does. It's a collection of three micro tools that essentially help online digital entrepreneurs and owners of shops and influencers to leverage 10x than what they are currently getting out of their digital presence.
Absolutely. So we are getting questions, and
Uh-huh.
Anil asks us, the first question is, will the shortener have call to action?
So URL shortener by design, or URL retargeter by design is meant to directly take the user to a particular location at the end of it. And so it does not necessarily need to, there's no middle page where you put in a call to action over there. So however, there, if there is a possibility where a URL shortener or URL retargeter can have a call to action, and if I don't know about it, please comment right there. By giving an example, we are very quick learners. We'll check out the source that you're putting in, and we I promise, if something like that exists, we'll implement it.
Absolutely. That is really, really fast and really quick. And will you add call to action buttons to URL retargeting?
Oh, I think this is the same question. So now that there are two questions that are talking about the same thing, I am inclined to assume that maybe.
So the user
We've
has
got
given
we've
the
got
example.
examples. Thank you. Whoever this person is, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for proving me wrong. I will take these examples to my team first thing tomorrow, and we'll start working on those things right away.
So thank you, Anil, for all these examples. This is amazing. And Anil, you can join the Linkjoy Facebook community. That is right now. You can see it on my screen. You can request all your features, and as Yash said, they are very quick learners, and they're gonna implement it ASAP because they want to make Linkjoy the best link in bio tool ever that you'll ever need. I
Yeah,
mean, it has all the features that you need and for free, which I still
yeah,
can't believe, by the way. So yeah.
yeah.
So Anil, I hope that answers your question. And guys, if there are any more questions, let us know in the comment section down below. And if you're watching the webinar right now, or if you've joined in the middle, you can grab Linkjoy for free. That's $0 on pitchground.com/products/Linkjoy. The link is displayed right now on your screens. And there is an offer as well, which is like if you want a custom domain, not the lnk.joy domain, but if you want a custom domain, you have to make an honest video testimonial, like how Anil was giving honest feedback in the comments, and you can get a custom domain added to your account for free.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
True. And this is, yes, thanks guys, I've signed up already. Join the community now. Awesome, Anil, can't wait to see you
So,
inside.
And
and,
Anil, by the way,
guys,
just for
yeah,
sharing with us those two tools, we'd love to offer you the custom domain as well. And so thank you for that.
awesome, Anil. You also got the custom domain for joining this webinar as well. That is great.
Yeah.
And guys, any more questions, let us know right now. We are ready to answer any questions about Linkjoy. You also have the Linkjoy community, which I just shared. I'm going to share the link for the Linkjoy community again in the comment section right now. You can, join the community, discuss about it, show more features, what you want to get added. And I've also joined the Linkjoy community, and I'll be sharing a powerful Instagram bio formula that I have been using on PitchGround's account, on my account as well, and that has led to more click through rate in the bio. It is a very old formula, most of you guys already know it, but for those of you who don't, I've already seen some accounts who don't follow the Instagram bio formula. It's very simple. I'm going to share it just after this webinar in the uh, you know group, Linkjoy group. So make sure to I'll see you inside.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
So, guys, if there aren't any more questions, this was a lovely webinar where we explored everything there is to know about Linkjoy. The tool is really simple to use. You can create landing page within seconds, as Yash did that as demonstrated. And if you're joining late, the replay would be live on Facebook page and the YouTube channels of PitchGround. Make sure to watch it. And make sure to grab the lifetime deal for free because the codes are running out fast and you do not want to miss out on Linkjoy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's it for this webinar. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us in this session. And thank you, Yash, for a really quick explanation and also the freebie lifetime deal.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Anytime. I mean, PitchGround communities has played a massive role in us to build client joy, and we're expecting and hoping for the same with Linkjoy. We're actually getting a lot of feature requests already, as you saw during the webinar as well,
Yeah.
and even in the feature request tab that we have. So the people are super are super responsive, and it actually goes on to show that there's a need for something like this in the market as well, and that's the core reason of doing it. It is a freebie, right? So there's no upsell, there's no, so we're not essentially looking to kind of be cheeky about it. So there's no up plan, or even on PitchGround, right? So it's very simple. It's for $0. You come, you sign up, you use it. If you like it, you continue using it, but it will not stop offering value to you.
Absolutely. And guys, you give me just few hours and I'll be implementing Linkjoy on both PitchGround's account and my own Instagram account, which is having around 3,000 followers. I'm going to be sharing how I'll be using Linkjoy to drive traffic from all my
Oh,
followers
awesome.
to,
Awesome.
my website.
That would be super cool.
Absolutely. Everything will be there inside the Linkjoy community. Join in right now. The link is displayed and we'll shorten this actually with Linkjoy.
Awesome. Great.
Yep. Awesome. Thank you so much, guys. It has been a lovely webinar.
Yeah.
Don't forget to grab
Thank you.
Linkjoy. I was about to, buy a product worth $70. Linkjoy is giving it to you absolutely for free. This is super value. Try out Linkjoy.
Yeah.
You will love it.